Cleopatra, Queen of ancient Egypt, a symbol of timeless power and beauty. But what if I told you her life was closer to the moon landing than to the Great Pyramid of Giza? This one fact will completely change how you view history. Contrary to popular belief, Cleopatra, one of ancient Egypt's most celebrated rulers, lived closer to the Apollo 11 moon landing than to the construction of the Great Pyramid of Giza. This remarkable revelation challenges the way we view the timeline of history, especially when it comes to one of the world's most ancient and fascinating civilizations. Many people associate Cleopatra with the grand monuments of Egypt, such as the pyramids, as though they were built during her lifetime or existed just a few centuries earlier. In reality, Cleopatra's reign in 30 BC was separated from the construction of the Great Pyramid of Giza by an astonishing span of approximately 2,500 years. To put that into perspective, Cleopatra lived closer to the momentous moon landing in 1969 AD, a groundbreaking achievement of modern humanity, than to the completion of one of the most iconic architectural wonders of the ancient world. Let's break this down in detail. The Great Pyramid of Giza, constructed for Pharaoh Khufu, was completed around 2560 BC. It stood as a colossal achievement in engineering, ingenuity, and architectural skill. At the time, ancient Egyptian civilization was in its Old Kingdom period, a golden age of prosperity and innovation. The sheer magnitude of this accomplishment is mind-blowing. The pyramid was constructed with over 2 million limestone blocks, some weighing as much as 80 tons. It remained the tallest man-made structure in the world for nearly 4,000 years. Fast forward to Cleopatra's time, and the Egypt she ruled was a very different place. By the 1st century BC, Egypt was no longer the independent superpower it had been during the Old and Middle Kingdoms. Instead, it had become a province of the Hellenistic world following the conquest of Alexander the Great in 332 BC. Cleopatra herself was part of the Ptolemaic dynasty, which ruled Egypt after Alexander's generals divided his empire. While Cleopatra was a descendant of Macedonian Greeks, she embraced Egyptian culture, presenting herself as a pharaoh and adopting traditional Egyptian customs to solidify her authority. Now let's compare this timeline to the Apollo 11 moon landing in 1969 AD. On July 20th, 1969, humanity achieved something once thought impossible, landing on the moon. Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins took part in this historic mission, with Armstrong's famous words, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind," echoing across the world. This monumental event, made possible by decades of scientific and technological advancements, stands as a testament to human ingenuity and the relentless pursuit of exploration. The time gap between Cleopatra's reign and the moon landing is just under 2,000 years. Compared to the 2,500 years separating Cleopatra from the construction of the Great Pyramid, this fact flips our conventional understanding of ancient history on its head. It is almost unimaginable to think that Cleopatra lived closer in time to space exploration than to the completion of Egypt's most famous pyramid. Why does this timeline feel so surprising? It comes down to the way we perceive history. Ancient Egypt is often viewed as a monolithic era where its accomplishments, rulers, and landmarks all seem to belong to the same time frame. However, history is not a static block, it is a flowing river, full of twists, turns, and immense spans of time. The history of Egypt alone stretches over 3,000 years, encompassing countless dynasties, cultural shifts, and monumental changes. The Great Pyramid of Giza belongs to the Old Kingdom, a time when Egyptian civilization was in its early stages of development, laying the foundation for what would become one of the most influential cultures in human history. Cleopatra, on the other hand, represents the twilight of ancient Egypt. By her time, Egypt's independence had eroded, and its history was intertwined with the rise of the Roman Empire. To illustrate this point further, let's compare Cleopatra's world to other historical events. Cleopatra lived closer to the birth of Jesus Christ, the founding of the Roman Empire, and the eruption of Mount Vesuvius in Pompeii than to the construction of the pyramids. She was a contemporary of Julius Caesar and Mark Antony, two pivotal figures in Roman history. This was a world on the cusp of dramatic change, where the ancient civilizations of the Mediterranean were giving way to the dominance of Rome. This extraordinary historical fact also invites us to reflect on the achievements of humanity across time. The Great Pyramid of Giza symbolizes the ancient world's ability to create wonders of unparalleled scale and precision with limited tools and technology. Even today, scientists and historians marvel at how the pyramid was constructed, debating methods ranging from ramps to ingenious pulley systems. It is a testament to the innovation, collaboration, and determination of early civilizations. In contrast, the moon landing represents a pinnacle of modern achievement. It required complex mathematics, advanced engineering, and global cooperation during a time when the Cold War fueled the space race between the United States and the Soviet Union. The Apollo 11 mission was not just about reaching the moon, it was about pushing the boundaries of what was possible, just as the builders of the Great Pyramid did thousands of years earlier. Cleopatra, living at a midpoint between these two monumental achievements, serves as a symbolic bridge between the ancient and modern worlds. Her story reminds us that history is not a straight line, but a series of interconnected moments that reflect the evolution of human ambition and creativity. This fact also underscores the sheer depth of human history. Ancient Egypt's timeline spans millennia, connecting us to humanity's most extraordinary accomplishments. From the construction of colossal pyramids that defied the imagination of their time, to the boundless possibilities of space exploration, these moments remind us of the incredible journey humanity has undertaken. Understanding this timeline can also change the way we see our place in history. The moon landing, now over 50 years ago, feels like a distant memory to some, but in the grand scheme of time, it is a recent event. Similarly, the Great Pyramid, while ancient, remains a tangible link to our shared past, standing as a reminder of what humanity can achieve when driven by vision and purpose. Fascinating historical facts like this one reveal how interconnected and layered our history truly is. They encourage us to look beyond the surface and question our assumptions about the past. Cleopatra, the moon landing, and the Great Pyramid may seem like unrelated moments in history, but when placed on the same timeline, they tell a story of human progress, resilience, and imagination. If you found this exploration of history intriguing, we invite you to join us on Legacy of Eras. Our platform is dedicated to uncovering captivating stories and surprising facts that bring history to life. By subscribing to our channel, you'll gain access to engaging weekly videos that delve into the most fascinating aspects of our shared past. Don't forget to like this video and share it with your friends. It's a great way to start a conversation about the wonders of history. And we'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments section below. What other historical connections surprise you? Which eras or events would you like us to explore next? Together, let us preserve and illuminate the legacy of our past, connecting the dots between ancient wonders and modern marvels. Through these stories, we can better understand not only where we come from, but also where we are headed as a civilization.